Captain Jensen was appointed to the department October 17, 2004, June 26, 2022. His badge will be pinned by his wife Diane and their children Kara and Brian.
Welcome back. I hope you're having a good week. We've been really busy around the house with projects and the changing of the season. That first clip you saw was a very special one. My brother, if you couldn't tell just by looking at him, recently was promoted to captain in his fire company. And in a period of time where we've had a lot going on with our family, it was really nice to celebrate something. So work has begun to pick up after a bit of a slump at the beginning of the year. I've learned the hard way that people tend to stop messaging you for a week before Christmas and usually don't respond again until after late January, early February, or if there's an emergency. And it's not like winter was even tough here. We barely got any snow, but I think that just in the Northeast, the winter and early spring can be a little depressing. So some projects on deck for design this week were assets for a gala that's coming up. They're a great organization based in Boston, and I really enjoy getting everything pulled together for them. So they can look as professional as possible and hopefully get the fundraising they need to get them to that next level. It wasn't my favorite design, or honestly my first pick, but I did make my best effort to make it work. And sometimes in design, that's really all you can do. So I picked up a top for the Jeep about a month back, and with the nice weather right around the corner, it was time to get it inspected. And here in Massachusetts, they're really sticklers for safety. So, since the old one was starting to fail after 24 years of great service, I upgraded to one that is better looking and has more functionality. So I really enjoy working on cars, but I have to be honest, this Jeep has fought me every day since I bought it back in 2019. I keep it because it has a great story, which, as some of you may know, is really awesome when it comes to cars. The original owner of the vehicle was from the town where I live currently. He sold it back in 2002 to another man who drove it for a bit and traded it into a dealer in New Jersey. Another person bought it in Jersey, then it was sold down in Alabama to a person in the Navy. It made its way across the US from Alabama to Texas to California, through Denver, and back to Newport, Rhode Island. I bought it not knowing this history, and I've been enamored with it and its story since. It has 145,000 miles on it, and traversing the country and knowing that those miles came from part of that, and it still came back home, it's just a really awesome thing. Sure, it's been in 3 accidents, and it rattles like nothing else I've ever driven, but it is such a joy on a perfect day and at the perfect time. My plan is to give it a home as long as I can because it deserves that much. So for the foreseeable future, it'll be living in my garage, not encountering rain or snow or any extra rust. I recently picked up a gig as a mentor at my old college. My mentee is super smart, has similar passions and views as me, and really is looking to find her niche in the design world. We talked for a while this past week, and I enjoyed letting her know that finding your preferred type of work or even mission in the creative world is something that takes time. In our world of instant gratification, it's difficult to slow down and wait for things to happen. And I keep reminding myself of this. The reason why I'm doing this, running a business, trying out this new visual medium here on YouTube, the reason why I left a lot of other social media behind, I don't even view it as much anymore. I just want to slow down a bit and enjoy myself. I really want to enjoy life. I'm going to get my face out of a screen. I'm going to look up and see the trees and hear the birds chirping and take in the sun. Because we only get one life, and it truly does fly by. So back to the Jeep. You're about to see it, but there's a panel on the passenger side that just does not fit right. I evened out the top, I did everything I could, I made sure everything was aligned, and it still just would not zipper. So, a new panel is in the mail, and it should be here in a couple of days. The good news is, it passed inspection, but the bad news is it's not watertight yet. That's a project for another day. We have other projects for the Jeep on tap, including a new exhaust, some frame repair, very minor, and we're going to get some new radiator hoses on it to make sure it runs nice and cool this summer. That should all be wrapped up this week. Sadly, I'm not doing it. I'm going to be having a friend who knows everything about Jeeps take care of it for me. My friend AJ traveled to Canada this past week for the eclipse. He got some really great photos, and he's really talented, so you should check him out on Instagram. You can find him at Visuals, Vizuls. Give him a follow and a couple of likes. I'm sure he'll love it. As for next week's video, we have more car content. We're preparing my daily driver for summer with its summer tires. And sadly, we find an unexpected surprise. With that, we'll see you in a week. Be safe.
It's always something.